Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the 12 motorcycles that have dropped dramatically in price. Number 12. Triumph Speedmaster. The Triumph Speedmaster is one of the most overlooked bargains in the cruiser market right now. When new, many recent models carried sticker prices that pushed well beyond $13,000 once destination charges and dealer fees were added. Today, however, clean used examples can often be found between $8,000 and $10,000, representing a substantial drop in value for a motorcycle that still feels premium in almost every way. One reason prices have softened is that the Speedmaster occupies a unique space between a traditional cruiser and a modern classic. While that blend attracts dedicated fans, it also limits mainstream demand compared with more recognizable cruiser names from Harley-Davidson or Indian. As a result, depreciation has been stronger than many buyers expected, creating an excellent opportunity for shoppers willing to look beyond the usual choices. Another advantage is that many Speedmasters are owned by enthusiasts who maintain them carefully and ride them relatively lightly. That means buyers can often find low-mileage motorcycles at prices that would have seemed impossible just a few years ago. The Triumph Speedmaster is a textbook example of smart depreciation shopping. While the original owner absorbed a significant portion of the price drop, today's buyer gets a refined, capable, and premium-feeling motorcycle for thousands less than its original cost. Number 11. Moto Guzzi V9 Bobber. The Moto Guzzi V9 Bobber is one of those motorcycles that loses value faster than its quality would suggest. When new, many examples sold for around $11,000 or more. Yet today's used market often places clean, well-maintained bikes between $6,000 and $8,000. That kind of depreciation makes the V9 Bobber a surprisingly attractive option for riders searching for something unique without paying premium bike money. A major reason for the price drop is brand visibility. Moto Guzzi has a loyal following in the United States, but it simply does not attract the same level of attention as Harley-Davidson, Indian, Honda, or Yamaha. Lower demand naturally leads to lower resale values, even when the motorcycle itself remains highly capable. For buyers, that lack of mainstream popularity can actually work in their favor. The V9 Bobber offers a riding experience that stands apart from most cruisers on the road. Its transverse V-twin engine gives the bike a distinctive character, while the low-slung styling and premium details help it look far more expensive than its current used market prices suggest. Many owners purchase these motorcycles as weekend rides, meaning low-mileage examples are often available for significantly less than their original purchase price. For riders willing to step outside the mainstream, it delivers style, character, and premium appeal at a price that makes far more sense today than it did when it first rolled out of the showroom. Number 10. Honda Rebel 1100. The Honda Rebel 1100 has experienced a surprising drop in value considering how highly regarded it is among riders. New models typically start around $10,000 to $11,000, and well-equipped versions can cost even more. Yet on today's used market, it is becoming increasingly common to find clean examples selling between $7,000 and $8,000. For a motorcycle that is still relatively modern and packed with features, that represents a substantial bargain. One reason prices have softened is the rapid pace at which the motorcycle market has changed over the last few years. A large number of buyers purchased new motorcycles during periods of strong demand, but as the market stabilized, used inventory increased and resale values came down. Many used examples have relatively low mileage because owners purchased them as recreational motorcycles rather than daily transportation. The Honda Rebel 1100 combines modern engineering, strong performance, and Honda reliability with used market pricing that is significantly lower than its original sticker price, making it one of the best values currently available. Number 9. Yamaha Bolt. The Yamaha Bolt has quietly become one of the best values in the cruiser market. When new, many examples sold for around $9,000 or more depending on trim and dealer fees. Today, it is not unusual to find clean used Bolts selling between $5,000 and $7,000. That significant drop in price has created an opportunity for buyers who want a dependable cruiser without spending a fortune. Part of the reason for the depreciation is the intense competition within the cruiser segment. The Bolt often found itself competing against larger displacement motorcycles from Harley-Davidson, Indian, Kawasaki, and Honda. Even though the Yamaha offered strong performance and excellent reliability, it did not always receive the same attention as some of its rivals. As demand shifted toward newer models and larger cruisers, resale prices softened considerably. Yamaha's reputation for durability also helps the motorcycle stand out. Many owners report years of trouble-free ownership, making it an attractive option for riders who want dependable transportation as well as weekend enjoyment. Perhaps the best part is that much of the depreciation has already occurred. Buyers entering the market today can acquire a well-maintained Yamaha Bolt for thousands less than its original price, while still enjoying a motorcycle that feels modern, capable, and enjoyable to ride. The Yamaha Bolt is proof that a motorcycle does not need a premium price tag to deliver premium value. Number 8. Triumph Bonneville Bobber. The Triumph Bonneville Bobber has experienced one of the most interesting depreciation stories in the modern motorcycle market. When it first arrived, demand was incredibly strong, and many buyers paid well over $13,000 for the privilege of owning one. Fast forward a few years, and clean used examples can often be found between $8,000 and $10,000. A major reason for the decline is that the initial excitement surrounding the model eventually cooled. Early buyers were willing to pay premium prices for its distinctive styling and custom bike appearance straight from the factory. Once more motorcycles entered the used market, supply increased and prices gradually settled into a much more attractive range for second-hand buyers. What makes the Bonneville Bobber such a compelling purchase today is that its appeal remains largely unchanged. The 1200cc parallel twin engine still delivers strong torque, smooth cruising ability, and a riding experience that feels far more expensive than its current market value. Many owners also treat these motorcycles as weekend machines rather than daily transportation. As a result, used buyers can often find examples with surprisingly low mileage and excellent overall condition. The Triumph Bonneville Bobber is a rare example of a motorcycle that has lost thousands of dollars in value, while retaining nearly all of the qualities that made people want it in the first place. Number 7. Kawasaki Vulcan S. The Kawasaki Vulcan S is one of the most underrated bargains in today's motorcycle market. New models generally sell for around $8,000 or more, but used examples can often be found for $5,000 to $6,500. That may not sound like a dramatic drop compared with some larger cruisers, but considering how modern and capable the Vulcan S still feels, the value is difficult to ignore. One reason resale prices remain surprisingly affordable is that the Vulcan S never fit neatly into the traditional cruiser category. While many riders appreciated its sporty handling and modern engineering, others gravitated toward larger V-twin cruisers with more classic styling. Another advantage is its versatility. The Vulcan S works equally well as a commuter, weekend cruiser, or lightweight touring motorcycle. That flexibility means buyers are getting far more than a one-dimensional cruiser. It appeals to newer riders, experienced riders, and anyone looking for a practical motorcycle that remains enjoyable long after the honeymoon period ends. The Kawasaki Vulcan S offers modern performance, proven dependability, and everyday usability at a price that is significantly lower than its original sticker, making it one of the strongest values currently available. Number 6. BMW R9T. The BMW R9T is a perfect example of how luxury motorcycles can become incredible bargains once depreciation takes hold. When new, many R9T models carried price tags well above $16,000, and higher-spec versions could climb even further. Today, however, clean used examples are frequently available between $9,000 and $10,000. That means buyers can save thousands while still getting a motorcycle that feels every bit as premium as it did when it left the showroom. A major factor behind the price decline is the BMW badge itself. Premium motorcycles often experience steeper depreciation than mainstream models because their original prices are higher to begin with. While that can be frustrating for the first owner, it creates tremendous opportunities for second-hand buyers looking for upscale features without paying luxury-level prices. The motorcycle offers strong torque, confident highway performance, and a riding experience unlike almost anything else on the road. Its high-quality materials, attention to detail, and timeless styling help it feel special even years after production. The BMW R nineT proves that depreciation can work in a buyer's favor. What was once a premium motorcycle with a premium price tag can now be purchased for thousands less, making it one of the smartest value plays in the modern classic motorcycle market. Number 5. Indian Scout Bobber. The Indian Scout Bobber has become one of the most attractive used motorcycle deals on the market. When new, many examples sold for $12,000 to $14,000 depending on options, accessories, and dealer fees. Today, buyers can often find clean used models in the $8,000 to $10,000 range. One reason values have softened is simple market supply. The Scout Bobber was a sales success for Indian, which means there are now plenty of used examples available. As more motorcycles entered the second-hand market, prices naturally adjusted downward. The good news for buyers is that the motorcycle itself remains just as desirable as it was when demand was at its peak. Another factor working in buyers' favor is that many Scout Bobbers were purchased as recreational motorcycles. Owners often rode them on weekends rather than piling on massive mileage. As a result, it is common to find examples with relatively low odometer readings and excellent cosmetic condition for thousands less than their original purchase price. The Indian Scout Bobber represents the sweet spot of motorcycle depreciation. The original owner absorbed a significant portion of the value loss, while today's buyer gets a powerful, stylish, and highly desirable cruiser at a far more reasonable cost. Number 4. Yamaha V-Star 650. The Yamaha V-Star 650 may be one of the biggest bargains in the entire cruiser market today. When new, these motorcycles offered affordable transportation, but years of depreciation have pushed many used examples into the $3,000 to $5,000 range. One reason prices have fallen so much is age. Many V-Star 650s have been on the road for years, causing buyers to focus their attention on newer motorcycles with larger engines and modern features. However, that shift in demand has little to do with the V-Star's actual usefulness. In fact, the motorcycle remains one of the most practical cruiser purchases available. The V-Star 650 offers classic styling, comfortable ergonomics, and a proven V-twin engine that continues to perform well long after many competing motorcycles have disappeared from the market. Another reason the V-Star 650 stands out is its affordability beyond the purchase price. Insurance costs are often reasonable, maintenance is straightforward, and replacement parts remain widely available. The Yamaha V-Star 650 may not generate the excitement of newer cruisers, but its dramatic depreciation means buyers can acquire a capable, dependable motorcycle for a fraction of its original cost. Number 3. Harley-Davidson Street Bob. The Harley-Davidson Street Bob is a motorcycle that has experienced significant depreciation despite carrying one of the most recognizable names in the industry. New models can easily exceed $16,000. Yet on today's used market, many well-kept examples can be found between $9,000 and $10,000. That gap creates a substantial opportunity for buyers who have always wanted a Harley but were hesitant to pay showroom prices. One reason for the price decline is the sheer number of Street Bobs sold over the years. Harley-Davidson produced a large supply of these motorcycles, and many owners eventually traded them in for larger touring models or newer softails. As more used inventory became available, prices naturally became more competitive. Harley owners often invest heavily in upkeep, meaning buyers can frequently find motorcycles in excellent condition for thousands less than their original purchase price. That makes the depreciation even more attractive. The Harley-Davidson Street Bob proves that depreciation can open doors to motorcycles that once seemed financially out of reach. Buyers today can get a genuine Harley experience, strong performance, and iconic styling while avoiding a large portion of the original purchase cost. Number 2. Indian Chief. The Indian Chief has undergone one of the most surprising price corrections in the modern cruiser market. When new, many Chief models carried price tags that stretched well beyond $18,000, and certain configurations pushed even higher. Today, however, clean used examples can often be found between $11,000 and $14,000. That represents thousands of dollars in savings for buyers who are willing to shop the used market instead of buying brand new. A major reason for the depreciation is the motorcycle's original price point. Premium cruisers tend to lose value faster in dollar terms because they start from a much higher number. While that can be frustrating for the first owner, it creates an excellent opportunity for second and third owners who get access to a premium motorcycle at a far more reasonable cost. Another factor helping buyers is that many Chiefs were purchased by experienced riders who treated them as weekend or touring machines. As a result, low-mileage examples regularly appear on the market, often with valuable accessories already installed. The Indian Chief is a textbook example of smart depreciation buying. Most of the initial value loss has already occurred, yet the motorcycle still offers premium performance, premium presence, and premium comfort. Number 1. Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. The Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650 takes the number 1 spot because few motorcycles currently offer a better combination of value, capability, and depreciation potential. When new, the Super Meteor 650 entered the American market with pricing around $7,000 to $8,000, making it affordable from the start. However, lightly used examples are already beginning to appear for thousands less, creating one of the strongest value propositions in the cruiser segment. Part of the reason is perception. Many buyers still associate Royal Enfield with budget motorcycles, causing some used shoppers to overlook the Super Meteor 650 entirely. That hesitation has helped keep resale prices lower than the motorcycle's actual quality would suggest. Another factor driving its value is that the original purchase price was already competitive. Once depreciation enters the equation, the Super Meteor 650 starts competing with much older motorcycles while offering far newer engineering and features. That makes it exceptionally difficult to ignore when comparing used cruiser options. The Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650 earns the top position because it represents exactly what smart buyers should be looking for. A modern motorcycle, strong road presence, solid performance, and used market pricing that delivers outstanding value. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.